Here we go. Well, it's been a long time. When I interviewed this young lady, it was a long time ago. I just started my podcast because of COVID-19, forced me into a new career by default, unbeknownst to me. I thought I was never going to be good at this, and I thought I was going to go away, just like mold. And just like mold, actually, I'm still here. But anyway, Sheila, it's such a pleasure to see you. We got a great announcement because Sheila Holmes is coming to the summit. We had a few people cancel out on us. Not a big deal. And Juanito is going to be there signing books, 107. You know how we know he's going to be there? He actually shipped his books to us and he sent us the actual tracking number to the books. Tell us what's been going on in your podcasting. I know you go to a lot of live events. You're going to be on stage, most likely with Juanito. We might be doing some questions and answers, etc. You might have to send your questions in, and they'll answer them. We're not going to be live, but we'll get that clip out somehow, some way to the Patriots. I'm sure we could probably bend the rules a little bit. But tell the people how they can find you. Tell us about your latest book, Sheila. Welcome to the Mel Carmine Show.
It is good to be with you. It's been 3 years of researching, but have you heard about we re-secured the title to the Panama Canal?
Yes, we know that.
That's my research in the new book. Nobody could find it all these years, and God had to tell me where it was. I'll tell you the little secret. A lot of people may know this, but very few have known how this happened because everybody thought we gave it back. We didn't give back a canal. It was our canal. They didn't build a canal. We paid them 10 million for the land. We paid 40 million to France because they didn't finish it. And we paid 375 million to build it and we lost over 38,000 lives. So I would say it's our canal. But this
Absolutely.
is what happened. I couldn't finish the book. And so I was in tears and I said, Father, if you want me to finish this book, then we're going to have to tell people what's going on with this canal. Because it's point 44 of the 45 points on how to destroy America. That's what the new book is about, how to counter this. We've been on a slippery slope to complete demise. And it was so pleasant as we did it because they made it look like everything was fine, but nothing has been fine. And so I'm sitting at the computer and I said, I really need the help. And just very quietly, God said, U.S. State Department statement, Second Panama Canal Treaty. Because there's no treaties. I gave everything to the president. His first interview with Tucker Carlson was all about my research back in August 23 of 23. So that transcript is in the book. And I said, to finish this, I've got to get that canal figured out. And when I realized he's quoting all my research, and my question was, with all of the things God has told me about this canal, with all of this being true, then who's got control of that canal? And you know what he did at the end of the 5 minutes? It's right in the middle of Tucker's interview. And Tucker's like, you're talking about 1903. I've got the president on. It's my first interview since Fox, and you're talking about 1903. And so it was so funny. And he said, well, it's China that's got the control, but you know I'm the friend of Xi's, and so all I'm going to have to do is pick up the phone and call him, and it's going to be taken care of. You're not going to have to worry about it. Well, we couldn't do anything because he's a mogul of real estate. So I figured if the treaties are gone, burned or whatever, they're gone, then the real estate transaction should appear. And I thought, I just don't know all the sources to get it, but he will. Nothing was happening. I mean, this was months I had waited. So finally I said, God, I got to have it. And when I typed in U.S. State Department, Second Panama Canal Treaty, I got a European format response. Isn't that interesting? It said, per the Second Panama Canal Treaty, the Panama Canal land zone, and the cover of the map is at the beginning of the chapter on the 44 point Panama Canal. Here's the cover of the map, and it says over 4,000 acres, the Panama Canal land zone owned by the United States of America, right? That's how the map reads. And that 4,000 plus acres will cease to exist on 1 October 1979. So it was European format. And then, they said 20 years later, because 20 years to them is to recycle unto death, so that the recycle of the acres, and acres don't cease to exist. Those acres are still there. Everything's going on. And when he did the research, And this is just 0.44 of the 45. When they did the research and Marco Rubio found the document that said all of this to confirm it, the president didn't want to give up 1 acre. He said, it belongs to Panama, will forever belong to Panama. President Trump answered back on a tweet because he said that the terrorizing, traumatic tweets from Trump are not going to be accepted. Every acre of Panama belongs to Panama. And President Trump said, we'll see about that. 1 hour later, the largest ship went through the Panama Canal with the largest flag on it. And the president put on the top of it, welcome to the United States of America Canal. And now I have a brand new picture that I'm going to send you that it's President Trump on a ladder up above, like you would see a street sign for the canal. And he's screwing it all together. It's adorable. And it's all in blue. And it's Panamaga Canal. I mean, it's flat out adorable. I just got that picture from somebody. The memes have been wonderful.
Oh, the memes are amazing. All right. The entertainment value is through the roof, Sheila.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I know your time is so tight today. And the reason why I was picking on the Panama Canal is because if you form a big heart shape of America and swing down to Venezuela, Colombia, Latin America, Mexico, Cuba, what have you got?
You got
the heart of the Western Hemisphere.
Yes.
And he's now working on all of this to have good neighbors. And we've always helped the other side of the world. And the Strait of Hormuz, if you look on my Twitter, the Strait of Hormuz, he offered our ships. He offered everything to help everyone get their oil out of that area. They wouldn't pay for anything. They wouldn't cooperate with anything. They wouldn't send anybody. They just wanted us because that's what's always been. And Americans didn't know.
Yeah. Well,
and
Sheila,
now,
this has got to do with the reset. This has everything to do with the reset. You got to throw the trash out. You can't do a reset with, the trash being all over the place. Okay.
Yes.
We got to fix North Korea. We got to fix Cuba. We got to fix Iran. We got to fix Colombia. All right.
He's getting it all fixed. Did you see what just happened yesterday?
Yeah.
Cuba. That's also on my Twitter. Nobody else had it.
Epic. I'll take Cuba anytime I want, he says.
Yeah. And
you gotta love his kahutskas.
Yeah.
He's got kahutskas, like the Jews say.
Yeah. And when the Strait of Hormuz was the issue, and it's on my Twitter, the Bloomberg circle that shows you don't see us needing any of that oil. And we were willing to do everything to help everybody else have oil. And right away, China, who needs 38% of that oil, they're calling the president going, you got to help me because I can't get oil any other way. And it's like, well, help you do what? Because you're right there. I mean, you want us to send our guys over there and you won't do anything about it. But the dictator of Cuba ended up caving yesterday. And now after he said, I will never negotiate with you are trying to intimidate me and I will not be intimidated. And now yesterday he said, I'm now negotiating with the United States of America. Yesterday. I know. But this goes back to the Spanish-American War. You know, when he first mentioned Cuba, the funny thing happened, and it may still be up. God said, Rough Riders, Teddy Roosevelt, San Juan Hill. So I went and looked this up. And did you know that if we had not been victorious with the Rough Riders taking their horses and the 17th Cavalry out of New York taking their horses, transporting them all to Cuba and fighting down there during the Spanish-American War, and if we hadn't been victorious on San Juan Hill, we wouldn't have that Guantanamo Bay base. But here's what CNN did, and everything's getting proven from these exact sources. CNN said Cuba wants the land that America stole from them back. Does that not sound like the Panama Canal? Does that not sound like Mexico after the Treaty de Hidalgo when we paid $15 million for the land for our borders to be our borders, and they want their land back? Everybody wants it back, and we've paid for everything the whole time.
Sheila,
and we paid a lease since 1903. A high-level lease for that land.
This is like having a baby. When you have a baby, it's messy. It's got all kind of mucus and it looks disgusting. But then when you clean it up and you cut the umbilical cord and you do whatever, you got to wrap it up in that you get the most beautiful baby. There's going to be casualties. We're in a war and we have to go through the process. And, we can't come out the other side smelling like a rose. Can you imagine Who could do this besides Donald Trump, who's guided by God? Who? Can you think of anybody?
But it's the 200 general, the flag officers, the 200 trustworthy ones that brought him in. It's the changing us to the Department of War. This whole thing is so big that people keep wanting to judge what's happening up there. And I said, you're missing the point. How many years have we had to clean up our little villages, towns, cities, counties, and we've done nothing?
Right.
There are many states in America that don't even have ratified constitutions. We're not cleaning up what we have to clean up because it's a republic is we the people.
Exactly.
And we the people are like wanting someone to fix it. That's monarch mentality, guys. We
Yeah.
got to change.
Well, that's why we're all rooting for, my good friend Louis Herms over in California, running for governor of California. Here's a guy who never ran for anything, never been even a mayor of a local town, zero, zero political experience. But now, Fortune 500 companies hire him to fix problems. Do you think he's qualified to fix California? Hell yeah, absolutely. So, if you want something fixed, you got to take the bull by the horns. Okay. And you got to do it yourself because if you're going to wait for YouTube to stop censorship, all of a sudden tomorrow morning, they're going to wait, oh, we're going to not censor you anymore. Bull crap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Mel Carmine has decided to start his own social media with my good friend Jerry Reed, who's a genius, who grew by 500,000 people in the last 6 months on Facebook. Okay. We're going to start our own social media. And when you find out the name of it, you're going to fall off your chair. A little hard for me to do. I got a big chair. But anyway, needless to say, we're going to fix that problem. And they've created the vacuum. We're just listening to where the vacuum noise is. And as entrepreneurs, as capitalists, we're going to capitalize. They can't go back and say, oh, we're going to copy Mel Carmine. Ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to fix that one problem. So if you have a problem you like to fix, like the chemtrails, go fix that. Go.
Well, I can give you
gather a
one
bunch
for
of people.
California.
Go
Do you
ahead.
know that we've had over 200 oil rigs, that's been capped off? And it's a few decades. It's not just the last five presidents. Well, the last five presidents would cover most of those years, but for the last few decades, it's been capped off. Do you know what the president did 48 hours ago? He passed the War Powers Act. Newsom can do nothing. He can't stop it. And
Right.
so we're going to be pumping, and the people are going to be getting their lives back, their businesses back, their equipment back. We're going to be making it happen in California. So that happened 48 hours ago. Yesterday, he had Japan here. Remember, after our friend was in Japan for a couple of weeks and kind of extended, and everybody goes, "Oh, he's still in Japan." 2 days after he gets home, we have the biggest deal negotiated with Japan for like $508 billion. And now the prime minister, female from Japan, is here in America with him yesterday. And Cuba decides to start negotiating yesterday. I mean, my Twitter's full. I
Too
don't know.
much
I'm
winning.
doing all I can to keep up.
Too much winning. We can't win this much,
Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yeah.
Please, we want to stop winning. No, keep winning.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I got to ask you. It's only obvious. You've seen all of these big podcasters all of a sudden turn on Donald Trump. I'm not going to mention their names. I don't want to give them any esquire. Zero. Okay.
No.
And hopefully they profusely apologize when this is all over. What do you think of that? Do you think that they're on a payroll of somebody?
I know several that are. That's why people have tried to pay me things to come to events. I want to pay you as a speaker. No, you don't. I want to pay you. I want to do a show with you once a month or once a week, and I want to pay you this much. No, you don't. And they go, why? And I said, I just do interviews.
Some of us are
I
not for
just share
sale.
information. I never accepted anything from Reawaken. People thought that I was bought and paid for at Reawaken. I've never accepted any dime from anybody. I'm a ministry. You want to donate to me? I appreciate it very, very much. And God has had me write. There's 19 books while in the decade while I've been in Georgia. I never planned to do 9, let alone 19. But it's all got to happen to get the word out to the people. But yeah, if I matched my who has what numbers, and some of them are high level numbers, people have no idea to be doing what they're doing and saying what they're saying. Some of them tried to copy me and what I was doing at Reawaken, and nobody wanted to believe it because they're such good people and they've got such a big following. Well, just wait and see. Wait and see.
Yeah.
Because we're at that pivot point,
Oh,
and
we
now
are
you're noticing a big change. The
huge.
shift has happened,
Yeah.
and it's catching up with all of them.
Well, if you want to see Sheila Holmes in the flesh, the 27th, will you come down and party with us
Yeah,
at the Sands? What is it called?
yeah.
Twisted Sand.
I'm in
Twisted
Georgia.
Sands in sorry, not Boca. No, sorry. Cocoa Beach. I got my geography wrong. Cocoa
Okay.
Beach, right down the street from our wellness center called Staying Alive with 2 E's. If you're in the area, come by, recharge the body. The body's electric. It wants to be charged. Your 33 trillion cells would love to be charged. Your body will thank you in the morning. Trust me. Okay. Also, carminesgold.com. I own my own gold company. If you want gold and silver, I could still get you some. XRP, as much as you want. Minimum 10,000, no maximum. Okay. I'm connected to a lot of brokers out there, if you know what I mean. Okay. And also, Quantum Summit 1776.com. We're going to be premiering the movie Dear Mr. President, Show Me the Money, a movie about the straw man. We're going to have a boiled down version that will not be shown anywhere else except for at the center, premiering at the center on the 28th. And then everybody who attends the event gets a full copy mailed to them that they could watch at their leisure, completely included in their ticket price. Okay. And you can watch it whenever you want. It's $5.89 if you want to watch it. If you don't come to the center, which is not going to put you in the poor bank, but we gotta keep some money coming in because these people that work for us don't work for free, as you know. So we got to keep all the wheels, all the skids greased, if you know what I mean. But if you had to give President Trump a grade, A plus, B minus, what would that grade be, Sheila, right now?
A plus, Q plus.
I love it. He is Mr. Q plus, isn't he?
Yes.
There's no question. How many times does he have to say 17?
He's
Huh?
even got us. He's even got us from May 17, praying 51 days, which is a 17 number.
Uh-huh.
And the 51st day is the first day after the 4th of July.
Right.
49 ahead. How many sevens? You see what I mean?
Right.
He's there.
Sheila, you got my personal cell number, please. I'm begging you. Anytime you want to come on, just text me or text my wife. Say I need to come on Mel's show. Anytime, you're welcome. We'll move some things around. We'll make it happen. Okay. I love the fact that you called a Michael Jaco camp, and that she called me. Says, "Hey, Sheila Holmes wants to come. She welcomed. Of course, she's welcomed. Okay. She had some turmoil, like everybody's got, drama in their life, and I'll share war stories with you anytime.
Well, and people have been wanting to see me at events. The last 2 years, it's just, I
Yes.
had to pull out and get the
Yes.
book done, get the website. It's been 4.5, 5 years for the website. Everything hit last April, but it was all supposed to be done by the end of 24, and here I am. But the new book is out now. It's in hardcover. It's this is the one. This is the one in hardcover,
How do they
and
find that book? Where do they buy it?
the hardcover can only be through Amazon because it has to be global available. But then on my website, people can order in America, but you can also order on Amazon the print copy, the
Mm-hmm.
paperback. The ebook is on the website, and then ebook and Kindle are also on Amazon.
Will
And
you bring
so
some of those books with you to the summit so you could sign a few of
I'm
them
trying
for
to figure
people?
out how to get enough before to get them ordered in time. I'm going to work on it today and see what I can do to get enough.
That would
But
be
I'll
great.
bring some. I don't know how many I'll have, but I will make allowances for people that if you don't get it personally that day, you'll get something else when you get the order. So
Perfect. Well, we have a room that we rented across the hallway. You guys will have tables there. All the speakers get a free table. That's how Mel Carmine operates. It's not all about money, and not
mhm,
everything is a profit center. Okay.
mhm.
Even though these things sometimes, if you break even, you're lucky, and you know how it goes. But anyway, needless to say, you'll have your own room. There's going to be plenty of rooms inside that room with your own little table so that you have
Mhm.
walls that you sort of break down the sound, and you have a little bit of privacy to talk to your fan base. It's going to be awesome. I am absolutely honored and delighted to have you there.
Oh, I'm putting the announcement out today, and there's people who said if you will be there, then we will fly in. And so I need to now let them know I'm going to be there, so they will fly in.
I'll send you a copy of the video. You could get it on your channel as well. And let's get the word out.
Okay.
I love you,
Bless you.
man.
I love you. Bless you.
Awesome.